Welcome to the latest buzz, where we uncover history's hidden truths and shocking tales. Today, we're diving into the bizarre and brutal punishments of ancient Rome. From human-animal death matches to punishments that defy belief, this episode is packed with stories that will leave you stunned. Stick around as we unravel the dark side of one of history's greatest empires. Bizarre punishments from ancient Rome, a glimpse into a brutal past. The Roman Empire, one of history's most powerful civilizations, is often celebrated for its architectural marvels, military prowess, and advanced governance. However, beneath this veneer of sophistication lay a dark and brutal justice system. Ancient Rome's punishments were not merely methods to maintain law and order, they were a display of power, a deterrent, and, often, a spectacle. These bizarre and cruel punishments shed light on the darker aspects of Roman society, where justice was frequently intertwined with humiliation and pain. 1. Poena cullei, the sack punishment. One of the most infamous punishments in ancient Rome was poena cullei, reserved for parricide, the act of killing one's parent. The guilty party would be sewn into a leather sack along with a collection of live animals, typically a dog, a snake, a monkey, and a rooster, and then thrown into a river. This punishment was not just about death but symbolized the disconnection of the murderer from society and nature. The addition of animals amplified the horror, ensuring the last moments of the convict's life were chaotic and agonizing. This punishment reflected Rome's deep-seated disdain for parricide, considering it one of the most heinous crimes. The choice of animals was likely symbolic, representing different vices or chaos, making the punishment as psychologically tormenting as it was physically. 2. Crucifixion, a humiliating death. Crucifixion is perhaps the most well-known Roman punishment, infamous for its excruciating pain and public nature. Although it predates Rome, the empire perfected it as a tool for both execution and public deterrence. Victims, often slaves, rebels, or criminals, were nailed or tied to a cross and left to die slowly over several hours or even days. The Romans utilized crucifixion not just to punish but also to make a statement. The slow, torturous death was a grim warning to anyone contemplating rebellion or defiance of Roman law. The public nature of the punishment added to its psychological impact, embedding fear deep within the hearts of onlookers. 3. Damnatio ad bestias, condemned to the beasts. The damnatio ad bestias, condemnation to the beasts, was a punishment where criminals, slaves, or prisoners of war were thrown into an arena to face wild animals such as lions or bears. This punishment was as much a form of entertainment as it was a sentence. Spectators would gather in arenas like the Colosseum to witness the bloody spectacle, cheering as the victims fought futilely for their lives. This gruesome punishment served multiple purposes. It rid society of undesirables, provided entertainment, and reinforced the power of the Roman state. For the condemned, it was a horrifying fate, stripped of dignity and humanity. 4. Tarpeian Rock, the deadly cliff. For crimes such as treason, Romans might sentence offenders to death by being hurled off the Tarpeian Rock, a steep cliff overlooking the Roman Forum. The criminals' fall symbolized their expulsion from society, both literally and figuratively. The impact often resulted in immediate death, but the public act ensured that the traitor's fate served as a stark reminder of loyalty's importance. The Tarpeian Rock became a symbol of ultimate disgrace. To be thrown from it was not only a death sentence but also an erasure of one's honor and identity. 5. Decimation, punishment for cowardice in the army. The Roman military employed the extreme punishment of decimation to discipline cowardly or mutinous soldiers. Under this system, 1 in every 10 soldiers in the offending unit was executed, regardless of individual guilt. The chosen soldiers, often selected by lot, were beaten to death by their comrades or executed by their officers. This punishment emphasized collective responsibility and discipline. The fear of decimation was a powerful motivator, ensuring soldiers thought twice before disobeying orders or retreating from battle. However, it also highlighted the harshness of Roman military life, where individual lives were secondary to the strength of the collective. 6. Scourging and branding. For lesser crimes, scourging or whipping was a common punishment. Roman whips, often embedded with metal or bone, inflicted deep wounds, leaving permanent scars. Branding was another method, marking criminals with symbols that identified their crime. Slaves were often branded on their foreheads, ensuring they could never escape their past. These punishments were designed to inflict lasting physical and psychological pain, serving as a constant reminder of one's crime and a deterrent to others. 7. Public humiliation, a social death. Not all punishments in Rome were about physical pain. Public humiliation was a frequently used tool, targeting the offender's reputation and social standing. For instance, a debtor might be paraded naked through the streets or have their head shaved to signal their disgrace. Women found guilty of adultery might be forced to sit on a wooden mule, a painful and degrading punishment. These acts of public shaming were as devastating as any physical punishment, especially in a society where honor and reputation were paramount. For many, such humiliation was a fate worse than death. 8. Execution by fire, the flaming pyre. In certain cases, criminals were burned alive, particularly for crimes that were seen as deeply offensive to the gods, such as arson. The fire symbolized purification, a ritual cleansing of the sin that was believed to appease the deities. Burning was both a spectacle and a form of psychological terror. It not only ended the offender's life in agony but also symbolized their complete erasure from the mortal realm. 9. The Colosseum's creativity, inventive deaths. The Colosseum wasn't just a place for gladiatorial combat, it was a venue where punishments were turned into elaborate performances. Criminals might be dressed as mythical characters and subjected to deaths that mirrored those in Roman legends. For instance, a condemned man might be forced to play Icarus, only to fall to his death after flying too close to a flaming structure. These theatrical executions blurred the lines between entertainment and justice, reflecting Rome's unique approach to punishment as a public and symbolic act. 10. Banishment and the loss of citizenship. For Romans of higher social standing, physical punishments were less common. Instead, they faced banishment or the loss of citizenship rights, a fate considered equivalent to social death. Being cut off from Rome's privileges and exiled to a remote location was both a practical and symbolic form of punishment. Banishment highlighted the importance of belonging and citizenship in Roman society. It deprived the offender of their identity as a Roman, a fate considered worse than mere death for many elite offenders. Lessons from a brutal legacy. The punishments of ancient Rome reveal a society that prioritized public order, deterrence, and the projection of power over mercy or rehabilitation. These bizarre and often inhumane practices were a product of their time, reflecting the values and beliefs of a civilization striving to maintain control over its vast and diverse empire. While these punishments may seem alien and grotesque to modern sensibilities, they offer a window into the complexities of Roman society, a world where justice was as much about spectacle as it was about law. By studying these practices, we gain a deeper understanding of how far humanity has come in its pursuit of fairness and human rights, as well as the dangers of allowing power to dictate justice. Thanks for joining us on this journey into ancient Rome's chilling justice system. If you found these stories as fascinating and shocking as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the latest buzz. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. Have a thought about these bizarre punishments? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, stay curious and keep buzzing with knowledge.